Sunday 21st of July 2024. Good morning to you all. A few things we're going to do today, but first of all, like every morning routine, let the chickens out. It's quite a foggy morning. It's now 20 past 9. The sun's starting to break through. Hopefully we get a bit of sun today. So this is our little chicken yard at the moment, but we are extending this. We've got some more fence in the pipeline. We've brought a heap more waratahs, and we're going to give them the rest of this front section. I've already started doing a bit of tree trimming, shrub trimming. And there was all overgrown. Still got a lot more to do yet. So I've got to bring them another sack of feed down today. They've got enough for now, we'll do that later on. We're going to give the cows some more grass. There's a wee section of paddock that hardly gets used. I'm going to let them into that. Just got to run a bit of hot tape on a couple of spots just to keep them out of some areas that I don't want them to go into at this point in time. Being the middle of winter, the creek does get up a little bit after prolonged rain, so we don't want them walking through that. So I'll just set up a bit of hot tape to keep them out of there. So let's go and do that. Now we'll give the sheep some nuts. Again, this is each morning. That keeps them happy for a little bit. Let's go and sort out this hot tape fence for the cows and let them through into this little part of the paddock. Right, so we've got some standards here and hot tape reel. Before we do this, turn the fence off. And we'll head over and we'll just set up this little paddock for them. They've got a big bale in there. But they want grass, but unfortunately being the middle of winter, it's just not growing. So this is the paddock we keep them in during winter. See down where the creek comes through into our property, we've fenced that off so we keep them out of that area. But today, I want to put them in this bit. Let them munch on this. So we'll just set up this wee fence. This is the entry to our forest. Well, one of the entries. There's a wee pallet straight up there that I can open and let them into this bit. So we'll just connect onto top wire there maybe. And we'll just run it round to the fence. Right, we'll get this tape set up. Let's open that pallet and we'll let them in there. I've taped it off just so we can keep them in that wee spot. In you go. They're into it. We'll just leave that pallet open so they can come and get water as they please. Well, that'll keep them happy for a while. There's quite a bit of green grass in that bit. We're trying to let this paddock heal. Straight over there, where that wee sign is on the gate, on the fence there, it was old hay bales. I cleared all them up. Now we've got some nice green grass growing in that spot. You wouldn't believe that 2 years ago this paddock here was just a mud bath. Old machinery, old wood. It was crap. We're slowly making our mark on it and turning it into good pasture for the cattle. We also have a paddock down the front that's healing up quite nice, and we will let them down there for a munch soon as well. But just trying to let this heal up as much as we can, and then we'll strip feed them come springtime. Before I forget, we better turn the electric fence back on. This is our barn here. I keep my tractor. That's a 1954 TEA 20 Ferguson. I keep some bales in there. And a couple of weekends ago I made up this little crate here so we can fill up our small hay nets. Just got some hooks there, so it's nice and easy. We've got this bale here that we use for the hay nets. These are for the sheep and the goat. Well, that's back on. We don't want the cows sneaking through. This is our front paddock. Never used to be a fence around this property, part of the property. The first thing we did when we bought the place is we had this fence put up. Goes right around the front. We've got one down the middle so we could split off the paddocks. So down over the other side there, we've got our horse and ram. We've got our goat and our sheep in this part. This is William. He's our Nubian goat. And yes, he's got a coat on. Winter time, keeps him warm. That's our hay feeder in the middle there. It was something I picked up about a month ago. Keeps the hay semi-dry. And over our neighbouring fence there is the golf course. We're surrounded by a golf course. So we have no worries of people building next door to us anytime soon. We still have the low cloud hanging around, but there'd be a nice view of the hills there above those trees if the cloud wasn't hanging around. It's nice and peaceful here. Nature. Yeah, we love it. It's the best thing that we've done moving to the country. We wouldn't trade it for anything else. So apart from setting up that little fence, this is mostly our morning routine. Letting the chickens out, feeding the sheep some nuts in the morning, and checking the cows' water. And I'll do that all before I go to work each morning during the week. Being a Sunday morning, I can take my time a little bit more and do a few extra things. So that's our morning routine.